absent. All right. They're saying divide this divided by this. So here is a good example. They're saying if you have this, which I'm not going to ask you to do it, you could write out all of the factors of 24, which we're not going to do it that way, but it's here for you to see. So this is like 4 times 6, and then they broke it down into the prime factors. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24. And then there's 2 A's, there's 1 B, there's 3 C's. Divided by, so I want you to understand this example, even though we're going to take some shortcuts in a second, but this is one of the few good examples that I really like. And then they have the 600, they broke it up into factors, and then the A, the B, and the C. So the whole objective of this is basically reducing. So you can reduce how many of these 2's? Like a 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Then a 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And then you can reduce out one of the A's and another A. In fact, I'm going to use it, well, I'm going to cross it out again. So 2 and 2. Is there another 2 on the bottom? No, so I can't cross it out. A 3 and the 3, I'm going to cross it out. So, and in fact, I didn't even have to do all that. We normally just reduce. What's 24 divided by 6? Is 4. Yeah, so again, I would reduce this by 6, reduce it by 6, and I've got 4 left on the top and just a 1 left on the bottom. And then we reduce out your A's. We could reduce out 1A, and then there's 1A left. In fact, you can see it right here. If I've got A over 2, A over 1, one of them is going to cross out, and there's going to be more left on the top. And then the B's, what happens with both of those B's? Like here's a B and here's a B. What happens with those? Do they cancel out? Yes, they do. Right. So they cancel out, and sometimes you can see it right here, right away. And then see if you can see it before I look at this. They unstacked it by writing out the 3 C's, and they wrote out the 1 on the bottom. How many of them can you cross out? Can I cross out all 3 of them?
No.
No, I can only cross out 1 of them. But sometimes, and there's 2 left, but sometimes you can see it right here. I'm going to be able to cancel out 1, and there's going to be 2 left on top. So the final answer is right here. There was 4 on the top, 1A left, the B's canceled out, and there were 2 C's, and that is it. So we're essentially going to do the same. I don't know what they're asking right here. Well, yes, I do, but I don't want to do that. So here, so we're going to start right here, and I don't have an answer key. I didn't have time to run it off, so let's see what we're going to do. If you see a division like this, it's usually better if you put it over a fraction. And so I'm going to put it over the 4, and so you should probably do this right now. So 4r squared s to the 3rd. It's right here. We're dividing by 4r squared s to the 3rd. So I don't like it in this form. So now you start with the numbers. Can I reduce 16 over 4?
Yes.
Who knows what that's going to be?
4.
It's going to be 4, and I'm going to make it in fraction form. So it's going to be 4 left on the top. And then look at your r's. I've got 3 r's on the top, 1 on the bottom. How many are going to cancel off?
2, 3, 2, 1.
1. 1 is going to cancel off. This 1 with 1 up there. How many r's are going to be left on the top?
1. 1.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Because I said 1 r, but you have 2 r's, and you've got 3 on the top. So you're right. And by the way, I can still use my rule. Take the top exponent minus the bottom. 3 minus 2 is 1. So it's r to the 1st. And then look at your s's. What happens with s to the 3rd divided by s to the 3rd?
R.
What happens with s to the 3rd?
Cancels.
It cancels. Okay. So this is your final answer. Girls and boys, let's get focused. All right, then. All right, let's go to the second one. And you should be showing some of your work. So I'm going to divide it by the negative 7b to the third.
5.
So negative divided by negative is a
Positive.
positive.
Yeah.
35 divided by 7 is 5. And then I've got 6 b's on the top, 3 b's on the bottom. How many b's are going to cancel and how many are left?
3.
3 are going to cancel out. How many are left?
3.
3. And they're more on the top, so that is it. These are going to be pretty easy. Then we're going to get, so I'm going to do, we'll do this one. So it's divided by negative 9.
Can you or shoot?
Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm just moving it to the bottom. Who knows what negative divided by negative is? Trinity, what's that going to be? A positive 36 divided by 9? Very good. It's going to be 4. And then, who knows how many x's are going to be left and where? Very good, Addison. Yeah, there's 4 here. There's 3 on the bottom. There's 1 more on the top. So it's going to be x to the first power, which I don't need to write the first power. Who knows how many y's, where are there going to be more y's, on top or bottom, and how many? Let me see. Armando, do you know how many are going to be left over on the y's?
1.
1. And that's it. Okay. And then, do you want to try to do it without rewriting it? Let's see if we could do it. 100 divided by 25 is what?
4.
4. I'm going to try to do it with rewriting it. Imagine 4 s's on the top, 2 on the bottom. How many are going to be left after we cancel, and where, on the top or bottom?
Top.
How many are going to be left?
2.
2. So it's s squared.
2, 4.
Very good. And then we've got 6 t's on the top, 2 on the bottom.
4.
So you're right. It's going to be t to the 4th. Okay. All right. And then we get some now where the numbers are bigger on the bottom. So when I reduce that, I can divide by 3, divide by 3. So on this one, 3 divided by 3 is, I can put the 1 for right now. 12 divided by 3 is 4. I wrote it backwards only because I didn't have room. Who knows where we're going to have more a's left, on the top or on the bottom?
Top.
On the top, how many are going to be left?
1.
Very good. What happens to these b's? B divided by b, yeah, it cancels to 1. So that is our answer, a over 4. And again, we'll try to do this one without rewriting it. So this one is 27 divided by 3 is what?
9.
Is 9. I've got 2 x's. 1 will cancel out. So what are we going to be left with? 1. So x to the first power. I've got 3 y's on the top, 1 on the bottom. How many are we going to have left? Very good, Joel. We're going to have 2 left. And then 2 z's.
1.
Take away 1 of them is 1 z left. And that's it. Then let's flip it over to, I'm going to try to make it easy today. I'm going to try. All right. So now, this one's going to be super simple. Get out of here. We get out of here at what time?
11,
19, okay. Is this one, now you've got, girls and boys, you've got 1, 2, 3 terms, and they're all being divided by r. So what you need to do is I'm going to cross off this r, and I'm going to put an r under this one, and under this one. And because I've got the minus and the plus, I'm going to end up with a trinomial answer. So you divide what you're dividing by into every single term. Who thinks, before I say anything, who thinks they can give me the entire answer?
I can.
Okay.
Okay, Armando?
It's going to be 2R2.
Yeah, because one of the r's cancels off, so 2r squared minus, what's the next one?
Minus 3
R.
RS.
Very good, because one of the r's is going to cancel. So again, you can follow that exponent rule where you subtract. So it's going to be 3rs plus,
2S3.
Q.
yeah, those r, 1r cancels off 1r, so 2s cubed.
That was very simple.
I hope it's simple. Okay.
Very hard, actually.
All right, then this one, we're going to divide each of them by a positive 7b. So I actually like to put it right under it. 7b, and this divided by 7b. All right. So let me see. Haley, negative divided by positive, negative. 56 divided by 7. Anybody know that? 8. 2 b's, take away one of them. It's going to be b to the what? B to the first.
And then 6 to the
Plus
6b squared.
6. You're right. 3 of them. Canceling out one of them. We're going to have 2 left. So 6b squared.
6.
Are these pretty easy?
Of course.
Question? Was there a question? What's that? Ma'am, I can't control the temperature. If you want to open the door and put the little wood thing,
The little.
whatever that thing is called, the door stopper. Yeah, and you'll have to kind of kick it under it. Yeah.
I think Haley should be banned from wearing black Air Force.
There you go.
You don't do any minutes activity.
All right, so girls, boys, let's get down to the ones with exponents on the bottom. So let's finish these. So I'm going to divide each of these terms by 2xy by 2xy. Then, so the first one, Trinity, can you help me on this one?
I knew it.
Let Trinity have to. 2x, yeah, because one of the y's are getting canceled off, but there's going to be 2 left. Perfect.
Right there.
And then this one, Joelle.
3.
Oh, yeah, it's only 3 because the x cancels off and the y also cancels off. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Good job. And then we'll go to this one. All right, we're dividing through by the 6g squared. So because there's a binomial, we put it under each of them. And then, Anthony, do you have an idea what this term's going to be? To the third?
It's squared.
Like squared. Good job. So this is going to be 3g. 2 g's are going to cancel off and 2 are going to be left. Plus, on this one, Haley, what do you think on this one? 12 to, okay. That's it, 2g, because 2 of them are going to cancel off, 1 is going to stay. Okay. Then we're almost done. Then we're going to do this one here. I'm going to put negative 8a squared b, negative 8 squared b.
Negative 3ab squared.
Is he right?
Of course, I'm always right.
So it's a negative for sure. 24 divided by 8 is 3. A squared cancels out with a squared. But hold on. This one here. What did you say for this one, the b's?
B squared.
B squared. And then this one, I don't want to put my plus sign. What's a positive divided by a negative? So we're going to put the minus or negative.
2a squared. B. B6.
16 divided by 8 is 2. On this one, a to the fourth, a second. 2 of the a's are going to get canceled out, so there's going to be 2 left on the top. And then who knows what the b is going to be? B to the what?
6.
B to the 6. Good job. And we're almost there. We're almost finished with this. It's going to be easy day. This one I have to do some math on it. All right. So I don't know if 9 goes into that. 9 goes into that once. It does. It goes perfectly. So that's 126 divided by 9. And 9 goes to that. Is it 4? Yeah, 14. So on this one, 9 goes perfectly into 126. So 9 divided by 9 is 1. 9 into that is the 14. So it's going to be 14. Then look at your m's. We had 4 m's. 2 of them are being canceled. How many are left? How many are left, people? 2 of them.
Oh my God.
All right. 5 n's. 1, girls and boys. 5 n's. 1 is being canceled off. Matthew, what's that answer going to be? 5 n's. 1's being canceled off. N to the 4th. And then I shouldn't have crossed that off because then, oops, I should have rewritten this. But then we also have to do it to this one. So this one I didn't rewrite, I should have. So this one, what's 27 divided by 9?
3.
So that's going to be plus 3. And then m third minus 2 of them is going to be what?
And
And then just
M. And then you're right. And 2 n's, take away 1 of them is just n. And I didn't say it on that last one. But just like we put this under each and every one, I don't want to write this every single time, but you can. You can write it under this one, you can write it under this one, and write it under this one. So do you want to write it again? Okay, so we'll just know that this goes to each of them. So 6 divided by 2 is what?
3, my bad.
3. 4 m's minus 1 of them is m to the what?
cube.
M to the cube. 6 n's minus 1 of them,
5.
n to the 5th. 3 p's minus 1 of them,
Squared.
squared. Then we start with the plus and we start all over. So in this case, I should not have crossed it out because I need it for all 3 of them. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we don't need to write that.
1 m squared, n squared.
That is it. 3 m's minus 1 is m squared. 3 n's minus 1 is n2. What happens with the p's? Cancel. Minus 14 divided by 2. Is that 7? What happens with m divided by m? Cancel. 2 n's minus 1 n. 1 n. Again, if I'm going too fast, please let me know. P divided by p. What happens? Cancels. So this is your final answer, and I don't want to do these down here. Okay, so I have an easy job for you. Easy because I don't have an answer bank for these. All I want you to do are, you're going to do these. These are the problems. These are the answers. And it's basically the same thing that we were doing. The only difference is you will have some like this one. So what should I divide 8 and 12 by? By what?
2, 4.
Probably 4. So if I divide this by 4 and this by 4, what's that fraction going to be? 8 divided by 4 is 2 over 12 divided by 4 is 3. Then you have to really look at your x's because now I'm going to have some more of them on the bottom. So I've got 1 on the top. That's going to be canceling 1 on the bottom. Who know where are there more x's going to be and how many? Are they going to end up on the top or the bottom? On the bottom. And how many more are going to be on the bottom? 2. And then on the y's, there's more on the bottom. And we're canceling out how many of those on the bottom? 2 of them. So how many are going to be left? Y to the third. So it's real important. Take your time with those. It looks easy. You have to find your answer. And take the time to do the puzzle. This is the number 7E. And so we can quickly find out if you made a mistake, especially in each box, because there's going to be 2 left over each and every time. Does that make sense, people?
Yes.
Okay. Then flip it over to this side. Does this look like what we just did? Yeah. I don't think I need to go over these. Do I need to go over these?
Yes.
I do?
We have to do all of those?
Please,
Come on, you
for the love of God. For the love
they're not, it's not too much. Guys, you can start. You don't need to do anything else. You can zoom through these. 6x divided by 3 is what? Come on.
2.
Is 2x plus what? Plus 3. Again, divide that into both of them. That's all there is.
We can't do that, but it's such big problem.
You can do it. This is not a 2-day assignment. So guys, go ahead and get started.